Hello students, in this video we will discuss about group communication implementation issues. We already seen that group communication is implemented using a multicast communication service. So the implementation issues of group communication is discussed based on the underlying multicast service in terms of reliability and ordering. It also take into consideration about the group membership management in dynamic environment where the processes are joining or leaving the group or the process may fail at any time. So these two considerations are taken into account while dealing with implementation of a group communication. Reliability and ordering in multicast. We have already studied that every communication should extend some degree of reliability and ordering. So, the reliability in communication is explained in two terms, integrity as well as validity. Integrity means suppose the sender had sent a message. So, that message should be reached at the receiver in the same order in which it is sent by the sender, and there should be no duplication of messages. That means the receiver should not receive a particular message more than once. And validity means any outgoing message is eventually delivered. That means suppose the sender had sent a message, put it in the communication channel, it must be received by the receiver. Packet loss should not be there. Validity is ensuring that. Next is group communication services offer ordered multicast. It is having some ordering strategy. First one is FIFO ordering. FIFO means first in first out ordering, and this is concerned with the perspective of a sender process. Suppose think that the sender is sending three messages M1, M2 and M3. Sender put M1 first into the communication channel followed by M2 and M3. So, the order in which the receiver should receive this message should be same. That means the receiver should receive M1 first, followed by M2 and followed by M3. That is called FIFO ordering. Next one is casual ordering. Casual ordering takes into account some casual relationships between the messages. For example, consider that we have two processes X and Y. X is sending a message to Y and Y is replying to that message. So this sending and reply is having some kind of relationship. That means if the process Y want to send a reply, it should receive a message from X. So that first sending should take place, then the replying should take place. So such messages are having some kind of relationships between them, and casual ordering will deal with such messages which have a casual relationship between them. Next one is total ordering. Total ordering means if a message is delivered before another message at one process, then the same order will be preserved at all processes. For example, consider process A is sending two messages M1 and M2 to process B, and it is sending in the order M1 followed by M2. So, the other processes other than process B, for example say process C and process D, it should also receive this message in the particular order received by process B. That is called total ordering. Now let us discuss about group membership management. This diagram depicts a group membership management. We can see that this is the group. This is the group, and this group is having three processes 1, 2 and 3, and this is the sending process. This is the group membership management activities. It is mainly dealing with leave. Leave means any process can leave a group in a dynamic environment, and fail. Fail means sometimes the processes may fail due to some problem, maybe a process crash or maybe a communication channel failure, and this is an outside process which is joining the group. So these three are the basic group membership management activities, and it will also perform a group address expansion, and this depicts the multicast communication. That means the sender is sending to a group interface, and from here it is multicasted to all the members of that particular group. Let us see this in detail. This has the group membership service has four main tasks. One is providing an interface for group membership changes. Second one is failure detection, then notifying members of group membership changes, performing group address expansion. Providing an interface for group membership changes. That means this particular service, this membership service will provide an operation to create and destroy process groups. That means it will create as well as destroy particular process groups, and it also provide an interface to add or withdraw a process to or from a group. Next one is failure detection. Failure detection means the failure can happen when a process has crashed or any failure occurs to the communication channel. So this service will monitor the group members not only in the case they should crash, but also in the case they should become unreachable because of some communication failure. So this particular service will mark the processes as suspected or unsuspected. If the service was not able to find a process, or some process crash has occurred, or that process become unreachable, so this detector will mark the process as suspected and it will be excluded from the group membership. Next is notifying members of group membership changes. That means this service will notify the members of a group if any new process has joined the group, or any process has failed, any process in that group has failed, or any process has left the group. Next is performing group address expansion. Suppose think that there is a center and it wants to send a message, or it wants to multicast a message to various members of the group. So when a process multicast a message, it will only supply the group identifier in that as the argument. It will not send the list of all the processes in the group. And this membership management service will take this group identifier and it will expand the identifier into the current group membership for delivery. So that's all about the implementation issues. Thank you.